Okay, here we're going to take a brief look at linear equations. What a linear equation is, it's something that either increases or decreases at the same rate. Um, Mainly like just a line, where linear comes from. So here's what we're going to look at as, for example. This is an example of a linear equation. And you notice we have two unknowns. We have a y and an x. But here's the process of why. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to have sort of like an input and an output. We're going to put something into this equation, it's going to give us something out. So we're going to input an x, and it's going to output y. And here's what I mean. Let's say if x is 3, then the resulting y is 2 times 3 plus 3, which is 9. So an input of 3 gives an output of 9. And what we're looking at with the equation is the group of all these different inputs we could put in. Any number we could put in for x, and then what we would get out as y. So let's make a quick chart. Let's put our x here, and we'll say this. So let's look at a few different values. Let's look at -3. I guess I'll move my little chart over a little bit. -3. Okay, well, y is 2 times -3 plus 3. That's -6 plus 3, which is -3. Okay, so y is 2 times -2, since we're putting in 2 now, which is -4 plus 3. That's -1. Let's put in -1. That's our next number that we could put in for x. Okay, well, -2 times 1 is -2, plus 3 is +1. So if we look at 0, y would be 2 times 0 plus 3, which is easily just 3. If we plug in 1, 2 times 1 is 2, plus 3 is 5. We'll put in 2. Then we get 7. Is 9. Let's expand on this a little. And I want to show what the y's are that we get. Well, here we got -3. Here we got -1. Here we got +1. Here we got 3. Here we got 5. Here we got 7. And here we got 9. So what this chart does is say we have a list of inputs here on the left, and the list of the respective outputs on the right. So if you input 2, you get out 7. If you input -3, you get out -3. Now, what we looked at our graph earlier and the coordinate systems, and remember that our individual points are the form of x and a y, and this is where those x and y's will come from. If we make a list of these pairs, our first is -3, -3, which is from here. Our x is -3, our y is -3. Then -2, -1. Then -1, +1. 0, 3. I have a couple more. 1, 5, 2, 7, and 3, 9. Okay, well, let's delete this much. And look at what this would look like on a graph. Okay, I want to do it in red so we can see it a little easier. If we look at -3, -3, if you remember, we go here -3 for x, and here, let's say it's -2, -3 for y. We'll line it up there. We get, see, 1, 2, 3. Whoops, I went one too far. Okay, so we did that one. -3, -3. I'll put a little dot here so I know that I've done it. So what about -2, -1? Okay, well here's -2. Go down 1. There again. Alright, so I did that one. So -1, +1. So -1, +1. There it is again. What you're noticing is these lines are all going to be, or these dots are all going to be in a line. So we did that one. Now 0, 3. Okay, here's 0. We'll go up 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we did that one. We'll go 1, 5. So we'll go over to 1 here and up 5. Our last one will be 2, 7. 2 and then up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. And you see that all these lines, all these dots go in a line. This line, we'll see if we can draw it. Well, it'll keep going, down this way and up this way infinitely. And we represent that by drawing arrowheads on each end of the line to show that it keeps going. Alright. This line is a representation of this equation. So what we do is we make a chart, and we get a list of a bunch of different points. And we really only need 2 points. But we can use 3 to be sure we don't make a mistake. And then we plot those points, and the line they make, that's the line of the equation. Now, why is it really a line instead of a bunch of points? Well, what if I plugged in the number, say, 0.3? Well, I would go over 0.3, and wherever, whatever point is here will be what my y was. So let's say I have -1.5. So about right here, I could go over and then, or actually, I guess -1.5 would be here, and then whatever y I go over to will be the y that goes with it. Like if I plugged in -1/2 here, I'll get 2 times -1/2. So -1 plus 3 is -2. So -0.5 would be here, and I go up, and it'll be at 2. That's all we're going to do for this one. We're going to do some more examples next, in the next video.